run has been magical, especially on Monday night. When you look at the fans that pack this stadium and the ones that are going to be here with you all, watching you on your send-off, what do the fans here, what do they mean to you all in this team?
I mean, they mean the world. They really got us through the last game, and sometimes I feel like they don't know their worth and how much they impact the team and how much we're grateful for them. Hopefully we get some down in Birmingham and just make it an exciting atmosphere.
You talk about that next game. I mean, this is a matchup with South Carolina, with Don Staley, with this championship pedigree. You talked about it. You all have faced them before in the past. You know them well. What's it going to take, though, to not only go down there and give the Gamecocks a good game, but to ultimately come out successful?
I think at this point in the season, everybody's tired. Everybody's legs hurt. Everybody's arms hurt. Back, you name it, everything hurts. It's about grit. It's about who wants it more, who's hungry. I know that South Carolina's super hungry. They've talked about it multiple times. They feel like they've been disrespected, and I agree with them. I feel like they've been disrespected, but I also feel like we've been disrespected. And I think at the end of the day, whoever comes out on top is going to be who the hungrier team was.
Any other questions? Thanks, Sean.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
How we doing?
How you doing? Good luck, Coach.
Great to see you all. Yeah.
I can go first. Coach, really tough opponent in South Carolina coming up. I know you're excited. Players sound excited. Just going into this game, what's the main focus for you and your team?
Yeah, well, at this point, every team and every opponent is going to be really, really tough in the Sweet 16. And, fortunately for us, it's a team that we know. We've continued to play over the years. So we know how talented they are. When your bench has the most points, in the country, that speaks volumes. They go about 10 deep. So, we're going to have to, play a game like we did here the other night, where, everyone shows up and they're an elite level rebounding team as well as we are. So who can keep who off of the glass. And I'm glad it's on a neutral court as well. So going out, it's March Madness and playing the best 40 minutes that you can.
You mentioned last game, double overtime game, probably one of the best games we're going to see all year. You almost kind of like calm the players down, be like, hey, last game was huge, but we got to focus on this one? Or do you kind of want them to keep that same grit mentality going into this one?
Yeah, I think you definitely, reset after the last game, but we're all excited. This is what's remaining, and we want to continue on with our season. So it's now putting together another great scout and being the most prepared team that we possibly can be.
The fans were very excited here. I'm sure everyone heard that. But we're going to have them also out here, too. Can you talk to me about the fan support over the course of the season, especially during the postseason?
So grateful for the best fans in the country. It's been a reason year in and year out that we've been top 10. They were truly the X factor for us the other night to help us get to the Sweet 16. And they love this team, our program, our athletic department. We get so much support, and it's a pretty sweet send off to be able to have so many people that are excited about us leaving, coming and joining us in Birmingham. I've heard we've sold quite a few tickets, so just the best fans in the country.
Yeah, and going off of Monday, it was kind of fun hearing even Alabama after that tough loss, they coming out and saying, this was a great game for women's basketball in general, and I know a lot of your players said the same thing. What did that mean for women's basketball? And I mean, so much attention, so many eyes on that game specifically. People are saying it was the best game of the tournament.
Yeah.
On the women's side.
Yeah, I said it was Maryland Madness over the weekend when you talk about what our men did, and their game, and then to follow that up, I guess we wanted to try to outdo that with a double overtime, and 2.5 hours of exposure, on both teams and our programs. So you saw, just punch for punch. It was like a heavyweight fight, shot after shot, just elite level shot makers on both teams. And, it just is, it's an exciting time in our game with so many eyes upon us.
And kind of to go off of that, with doing this alongside the men's team, I mean, the first time in school history, I think it was hard for a lot of us to believe that was the case, but to now etch your name in history alongside the men's team and kind of doing this together, I mean, what does that say just about the direction of Maryland basketball and solidifying this as a basketball team?
It was hard for me to imagine. I've been here 23 years, and for us, it's been something that I'm very grateful. 4 of our last 5 years to be in the Sweet 16, but now to be one of only 4 athletic programs out there to have your men's and women's team going to the Sweet 16. I think it speaks volumes. It says a lot about the players that choose to come to Maryland, as well as the support that we're given through our university as well as our administration.
Coach, taking a look back at Monday night, I mean, you spoke to it here, how epic of a ball game that was. What did you see from your team on Monday night that gives you the faith to know that they can go out there and knock off South Carolina?
Well, I would say twofold. Resiliency. No question do you pull out a game like that, being down 17, to then take it to double overtime to go win that game, especially with all the pressure that was within that game. And it really was kind of, that game bottled up was almost like a, foreshadowing of our season. When you look at, the highs that we had beating Duke and Syracuse and games within our conference, then the injuries and some of the lows that we had losing to Texas and UCLA and USC, and then just this group through the injuries have had to stay really, really resilient. And I thought that's what that game was all about. I thought that it was a perfect example of kind of staying the course, trusting, believing what you have within your team, and it was just exciting to be able to see it all come out on top.
And we talked about the fan base here, the fans who filled here, those that are going with Alabama, these that will be standing outside in just a moment here. I have to imagine that when parents choose to send their student athletes here to you, that a portion of your selling point is that this is a home. This is a home for them. What do you talk to your student athletes about showing the love back to these individuals who give love to them?
Yeah, we live it every single day. It's not just spoken about that we're a family. We live it, and these student athletes and families and parents that entrust us, they come through here and they feel it, and we own it. So it's an amazing place. You've seen as kids have come in out of the portal, as kids that we've signed out of high school, they've had tremendous experience, and not only are they going to be loved up as players on a team, it's an extension of family. They're going to have goals and dreams that they're going to be able to compete at one of the biggest stages in the country, and live out the dreams that they want to live.
Coach, really quickly, just looking back from last year, going out early, now getting ready to prepare for the Sweet 16. What's this year been like? You could just kind of sum it all up within, 360?
This year has been a journey, and it started in the off season with so many new pieces. When you talk about bringing in 10 new players and having to be able to gel and really connect them all together, and it's been nothing short of easy. This group has really had to trust and be able to buy in, but just to watch it all unfold, like you said, from first round exit last season to here you are again in a year, to be able to have a team and take them to a Sweet 16. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know, I told her, I said, you're like me. They gotta lower everything.
That's good. Oh.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this fan base here, Terpsville, everything that this team, that they have done to support this team. We've heard a couple of times now that they helped to get you all through Monday night. What is this fan base? What do they mean to you?
It means a lot. The whole season, they were like supporting us, giving us energy. When we were down, they were like pushing us to go get the win and everything. So the whole season, they've been like really supportive. So I really appreciate them. Yeah.
Taking a look at your next matchup, you've got South Carolina, you got the Gamecocks. I have to imagine when you're a big-time student athlete such as yourself, there are games that you circle on a calendar. What does it mean to be in this position, Sweet 16, playing that team?
It's a great opportunity. We know like they're the defending champions, so we're gonna come out there and just try to play our best basketball. I know it's gonna be a battle, but we're just gonna fight the whole game and try to get the win. So yeah.
Sarah, you have truly just become such a wow factor for this team in these later weeks in the tournament. I mean, where is this confidence coming from? Where you are the player that you want the ball in your hands when it comes to crunch time?
I have a lot of faith. I pray a lot. God it means a lot to me. But also my teammates, they give me a lot of confidence every time. They say like keep shooting it, keep leading us. That's what I'm doing. So they really mean a lot to me. Yeah.
And you came to Maryland to be in this position rather, and to be in this Sweet 16 teams left in the country fighting for obviously one title. To be on the forefront of that, to continue this journey. I mean, what does this mean to you in terms of what you've been able to accomplish this whole season?
It's a dream come true. I'm really blessed to be a part of that. I've watched Maryland when I was young. They've been like in Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4. So I've been watching them, and just being a part of that is just a blessing. My teammates trusting me, the coaching staff, Coach Brenda always believing me. So it's been a blessing, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Well done. All right, I guess no band. They'd be here right now. We'll still walk out together. You can get shots of the girls getting on the bus. They must have class.
How dare they?